This is a message from your guides, and they wanted to start off talking about um, some conflict that you've been going through. It took a long time to release yourself from this conflict. Um, it has to do with a relationship specifically. I feel like for a long time you weren't sure what to do. So you kept thinking, if I just keep nurturing this relationship, if I keep loving this person, maybe they'll change someday. Maybe someday they'll wake up and be like, wow, I'm really lucky to have someone that has loved me through all of this chaos. um, Someone who's been there for me. Like, I don't know, I feel like you hope that someday they would see the light, that they would treat you better, but all you got was more stuff to carry, more difficulty, and it's like it was like this never-ending battle in this relationship. Um, and I feel like because of that, this relationship came to an end. And but there is an opportunity here for you to begin again with someone new. And I feel like the message your guides are wanting to send into you right now is all about not letting your past experience define you, because I feel like with this devil card in particular, it's really interesting because it's it's all in the mind. There's like you may have released yourself from this situation physically and emotionally, but I do feel like this person, the way they treated you and the way they made you feel about yourself and the world and relationships specifically, it echoes in your mind. And it affects the way you move in this relationship. This It has the potential to affect the way you show up in this relationship that's wanting to come in for you or is already here for you. Time is fluid, so I'm not sure where we're at here. But the lyrics that my guides want me to share about this relationship, this healthy one that you are about to step into or are in, are these. It says, "There were days when I thought I lost you. I read the letter aloud. What could I do? Now we're right back where we belong. Don't second guess your heart. It's never wrong." I do feel like there may be a fear of abandonment that haunts you as well. Um, when you enter into this relationship, like there's this, yeah, there were days when I thought I lost you. I feel like there's going to be this fear, the devil card, this fear that lingers all the time, that if you misstep, if you do something that makes this person angry, that they'll leave you because their love for you is conditional, just like your past person. Um, like if you don't walk a very straight line or something like this, you'll be left. You will be, because I can see in the cards that's what happened. It's kind of like, yes, wow. The Queen of Swords is here saying, hey, this doesn't work for me, like setting a boundary or something, like standing up for yourself. And from that place, you lost absolutely everything. And it was very wrong. What you experienced here was very wrong. Your foundation shattered because you stood up and had a boundary. And but I am proud of you because you stayed standing on that boundary anyway, even though this toxic person did their best to punish you for having a boundary. You stood on that anyway. You should be very proud of yourself. But I do feel that you have this fear of this repeating again in this new relationship. And it's like you feel like you have to be perfect because if you're not perfect, like I said, you could lose everything again. And so there's like this, yeah, this edginess to your energy and this fear. And this is, my guides want you to know that this is all narcissistic abuse survivor symptoms. Like when your mind is racing constantly and you're trying to always think ahead and think of all the potential things that could go wrong, when you're sensitive to everything because you're just so worried that everything's going to crash and burn at any moment. And like agreeing to things that you don't want to agree to because you're thinking, if I stand up and say no, I know what's going to happen here. Narcissistic abuse survivors feel physically exhausted because they're on high alert all the time and in so much fear, and it's like difficult for them to relax even in safe places. And this is all because of what you experienced in the past. And I just want you to know it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to stand up for yourself, especially when something is misaligned. Okay, and because you did that, does you didn't deserve your life to fall apart because you had a boundary. That was probably the biggest signifier here that you were with the wrong person. This was the wrong person for you. And the lyrics that my guides want me to share another song, and the lyrics they want me to highlight are, thank you, you think I'm perfect, but I'm too messy and then I'm too freaking clean. You told me to get a job, then you ask where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect till I open my big mouth. I want to be me. Is that not allowed? And I'm too clever and I'm too freaking dumb. You hate it when I cry unless it's that time of the month. And I'm too perfect till I show you that I'm not. 1,000 people I can be for you when you hate the freaking lot. So I do feel, yeah, it's like you tried so hard to show up in a way that this person would be pleased with, in the way that they wanted you to. And it's like it was never enough. And they made sure you know it too. They made sure to punish you for not being enough. And so you would change. You would change everything to please them. And it still wasn't enough. And that's because there was never anything wrong with you. This person actually likes conflict. This person actually likes people to feel insecure. They like to beat you down because then they can have more control over you. That's why it was so threatening to this person when you stood your ground and had a boundary. They're like, what? That's not a part of the game. You can't stand in your power in my presence because I'm supposed to be the one that has the power. That's what went wrong here. There was nothing wrong with you. You never needed to change anything about you. It is okay to be you. And I feel like in this new relationship that's coming in, you're going to discover that. You're going to experience that because this person is different than the one of the past. And this haunting feeling, it's all in your mind, And if you're with someone, okay, let's say worst case scenario, you're with someone who demands that you be all these things and gets mad at you when you try to be those things and it's never enough, like that's not your person, and it's just a repeat pattern of the past, and you can just walk away like immediately. But my guides wanted me to also share some oracle cards with you, and I'm going to read one of them from the guidebook. I'm not sure which one yet. Okay. We have come together, we need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against the world? Yeah, I feel like because this energy it's been holding you down for so long, it's not yours to carry. And it's like, yeah, this narcissistic abuser, I feel like their energy has been holding you down for a long time. And this is a time for you to not shut out the world, though, especially as you're healing from this, because sometimes the healing comes when we experience the opposite of what hurt us. And so, and I know that's difficult to, it's like you have to go through the thing that scares you most to get to the healing. But that's why this card, Come Together, We Need Each Other, is coming out. Then we have Leader of Light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? What you've experienced has a lot to do with your purpose and helping other people go through that, to face their own fear as well, and to know that they're safe in the world, that they have always been worthy and good and deserving of love. And the next oracle card is Rise Above It. It's not yours to carry. How can you detach from the drama? Like I'm saying, this never had anything to do with you. You were just dealing with someone who was not, didn't know how to show up in relationship correct and loving and kind. It was a misalignment with them. And the next oracle card is Gratitude is the Life Force of Peace. What are you thankful for? And I do feel like this is practicing self-love and learning to love yourself as you are. You don't need to be anything else but who you are, and really showing yourself that you love yourself in that place first, and then experiencing someone else loving you from that space. It's going to rewrite this story. And the last oracle card for this reading is Turn your worry into wonder, surrender to the experience. And from the guidebook, it reads, Dear one, you are far too hard on yourself. Your fears have been getting the best of you, causing unnecessary anxiety and stress. Fear has a sneaky way of tricking you into believing that worry is helping us. Your ego loves to worry because it feels in control. But most of our anxiety is based on false perceptions and beliefs. Remove yourself from the illusions that separate you from the truth, which is love. Great love is all around you. Trust the universe and yourself because your future is bright, big, bold, and so breathtakingly beautiful. As A Course in Miracles says, you are the dreamer of the world of dreams. When you detach from the fear, you can recognize and awaken from the dream spell. You will see that we live in a dream world where you are the creator of all that you see. If what you see is blocked or unclear, use this time to envision the reality you desire. And yeah, this is all about you. Because yeah, maybe you're really hard on yourself now too, because you're so worried about, like I said, about losing everything, doing something wrong. But if you're with the right person, they're going to love you just as you are. And that is, I think that's like the number one way you're going to know you're with the right person. And yeah, turn your worry into wonder.